I'm just gonna have a moment of breathing, I think. I'm just gonna breathe. I'm gonna hope that it's all gonna work out, and whatever is meant to be is gonna be good. And, you know, my husband is off work now because I guess, I don't know if I had a nervous breakdown with all of it, but they had me on quetiapine. Because I don't know if they thought I was delusional or if I was imagining it, but it was just, it put me over my stress level that I couldn't come back from, you know. It reminded me of the same thing as how powerless I felt when my kid had gotten taken in February of 2016. And then my dad had listeriosis, and then he had open heart surgery in April when my child was taken in 2016, and then his dementia, and then his getting put away, and, you know, at the Waterford, and then just trying to help him, and my stepmother wouldn't let me be involved because I think she just put him away because she didn't want to deal with him anymore. So I've had all this pain, all this, like, I've got chronic pain syndrome, I've got ADHD, I've got depression, and I'm doing my best, and, you know, I don't want to be mean to people, and I just want to hold my shit together. So, long story short, it's been a very rough moon cycle. It's 6 months. The past 6 months I knew that sort of my dad was 81 and he was there, and whether he had dementia or not had dementia, I don't know, but he was locked up in a psychiatric geriatric unit and by his wife. And I just wanted to know, way back when that happened, it was basically September of 2018, and it was August the 31st. Me and my husband had gone up to the West Coast, and while we were out there, that's when they did it, because I always went over, and I was always my dad's person. Then my twin brother came back around. He was getting involved, and, you know, my dad was just, he had a lot of his own issues. He wasn't happy in his marriage, and he wasn't feeling well, and maybe he was taking too much acetaminophen, and he was starting to just forget things. He was acting a bit erratically because he didn't trust his family doctor. He didn't know who to trust, but he trusted me. And when I was gone, while I was away on the West Coast, climbing up Grossmorn Mountain, I get a phone call on the way back saying my dad had been put into the Waterford for, you know, evaluation, which, you know, my stepmom had told me, I'm not going to do that unless he can't use the bathroom himself or whatever. So I wasn't expecting it. So since then, it was basically all that time I spent just feeling, well, Lang, you know, if you're going to do that, just at least let me call and just ask how he's doing. What medication is he taking? Like, let me have some say. You didn't care about him. You guys shared a separate room. You were cold to him. You guys weren't happily married. You didn't care. You just didn't want, Dad didn't want to have another divorce, I guess. And, you know, then you got to split everything. And they were just unhappy in this beautiful house with this spectacular garden my dad had did. And I just didn't think it was right the way it all went down. So my father was locked up, and how, God knows the misery that he had gone through from early September of 2018 till he just died recently on, like, I'm not gonna cry. So he died March 19th, and I'm still dealing with it, I guess. I'm still dealing with it. I know my problems are minor compared to most people. Just been through a lot, I guess. And I'm trying to keep the faith, and let's just say the prayer, serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So that says it all, I guess. Yeah. It's been a lot. I get to just believe. Just believe. is my dad. I hope they do put the house together right, and magically that it'll all work out. Maybe even, who knows what the future holds. So I just hope it's some good things. I'm trying to put it out there. It's just, I've been wrecked. My mind has been absolutely just devastated. All right, I'm rambling. All these floorboards are shifting. The house has been weakened. There's outside work to do. A lot of outside work. Just to make it look nice, you know, just to get it scraped and clapboard and strengthened, whatever's going on. That north wall just sort of in the wind. It just, the house kind of can shake, and it's just, I've been so terrified for all this time that maybe the house might collapse. That's how I've been feeling, just to feel so unsafe. Just let me know that the house is safe. That's all I wanted to know. Like, just let me know. But no, you're not even allowed to know what they're doing, or you're not allowed to know anything. You have no rights. You know, you live peacefully in your house. You try your best to pay your taxes and just be a good person and do the right thing. And people can come, you know. They can come and take your daughter. You know, they can put her in foster care. That's okay. Over lies. Over chance you don't get to have your day in court. Your stepmom can put your dad away. You don't have any rights to know anything. Just lock him away. Now he's dead. Now what? Now what? She's gone off to the New Jersey. Come back and read the will. Like, what do I want? What do I want, Dad? I just want whatever it is you wanted me to have. Because there's one thing I know is true. There's one thing, and there's a few things I know is true, but a lot of the true things that I know and good things is my dad taught me. Like, tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Like, that stuck with me. But, okay, what I know is true. You spend your whole life worrying about stuff, wanting stuff. How do you look? How's my body? How's what I wear? How's what I perceive? Your body just taskmaster. Just try to keep yourself okay on the outside, let alone the inside. That doesn't matter so much as long as you can, like, look good and act good and pretend to be this certain way. So that's big. All right. So when you die, you're gone. What did you leave behind? What was your legacy? What was your stuff? What did you want to happen with your stuff? Where did you want your stuff to go? Because you worked so hard. You worried about it. You bought it. You collected it. Maybe you thought about death. You were wondering. All that stuff. You know? Dad, you're gone now. And I don't care if you don't want me to have anything. All I want is whatever you think it was I was supposed to have. In my heart's heart, I know you wouldn't want that woman, that wife of yours, to have everything. Give it all to her, and then nothing comes down my way. Nothing. She'll go off, she could sell your house, and nothing ever will come my way. What, a few hockey cards? You know, God love your hockey card collection, but I got my own collections, Dad.